We have another game. And it's another even game. The AI always says whatever you play in the opening it's pretty much even, whether you take the corner that's closer to black or further away. Last time I played high. Now let's try to experiment. I normally always play low, but if anything I was trying to experiment with playing high more recently. I don't know what happens in this shape. I can press a few times, I can't really invade because that's... I don't know where my territory is there. Pretty interesting to shoulder hit, I think. But that's later. No, maybe actually it's still proper to play somewhere floaty in the center. But if there's so many moves, I can't really play the one space jump, right? If I add another move, it should be maybe the corner. I could actually Hane here. I'm not sure what the shape is here. Is the 3-3 a good idea? 3-3 is almost always a good idea, but I'm not sure if it helps with black stones here. If black approaches, I'll attach on top, because black's already fairly solid here. Locally, black can jump. And then I kind of have to follow up, maybe with a shoulder hit. Or just a one space jump. I'm not so used to this shape, because the modern AI move was to play the Kasumi. I mean, I really want to jump here. I also want to maybe cut. Cut might be a bad exchange. Didn't expect that. I feel like this is the important area, so I should be fighting for this area, even though the normal move would probably be to continue. If I Hane, what's actually going to happen? Double Hane? Because there's a cutting point here, black really wants to get inside this area. I don't know. It seems like black is quite busy at the moment. But on the other hand, if black extended, I was planning to do a one space jump. So black managed to stop me doing that. Locally I can Atari him, then black will start a curve. I'm quite scared about this area. I don't know what to do about it. Locally, I'm nervous that if I play the knight's move, it's still not my territory. If I don't play the knight's move, then push, push, push. That could still get a nice area. Well, am I meant to play something like this? Of course not. Surely not. Not with this. It's just that when black plays around here, I lose a bit of adu, and I have quite a few cutting points. I don't know if this is a big move. Thing is, after the cove, I don't know if I actually have a cove thread. This just seems like such a big move. When I don't know what to play, just play a big move. Not sure what the correct way to attack this group is. The one space jump looks quite nice. Because this area has become very interesting. This area also. The lower side is pretty much given to black. You know, I guess I just played the standard move there. I jump. Good jump. Jumping is pretty nice. Because I'm worried about this area as well. And then on my next move, I'm planning to play here. Presumably black will find a way to stop me doing that, but I think black needs to connect these stones up somehow. Shoulder head? These two groups. They're not really connected. I would expect to get the corner from this. I've never seen that move before. I was going to say, I expect to get the corner from this and then black reinforces this area. But like this, what can black do? Isn't this stone in some trouble? With an extra stone, surely I can fight her. It's still pretty tricky. Can't give up the corner. Can't play here. I could play here. But this looks like it's normal fighting spirit. I mean, I have to play here, don't I? It's a bit scary that black is getting a lot out of this. Right. So I have a cutting point I need to defend. Black plays nice move, or more of an attachment. The shape seems inefficient. Like black can play here later. I'm not sure that's a good exchange. Either way, the critical point is what's happening in this area. If he plays, still don't have enough white space. It's painful. I mean, can I afford to push and cut? Feeling is I can't really allow this bit, this thinness and lots of space to become territory so easily. But my shape, it's not great. There's an attachment here if I go down. No, there's even just the tiger mouth there. My shape is a bit awkward. Can't actually cut though. Whichever, I can give up these two stones. I feel like I've been overplaying this. This honey is so big. But there's this attachment. Can I just cut? Otherwise I have no good way to fix my shape. Cutting is somewhat dummy though. I don't know. It might be a good idea. If black plays out here, I don't necessarily have to defend just yet. I could play out into the centre. It's risky for both sides. Mm-hmm. My shape is pretty bad. If cut, if just play this screwed me. No, you can't play that. You just capture these 2 stones and sacrifice this area. But if you cut first, don't know. There's still a lot of agi here, but I wasn't sure that black could do anything immediately. I mean, black has so much territory here. I mean, 40 points? Maybe not 40 points, but around that. There's still a ko here, so that's interesting. And the ko isn't that heavy for me, especially if I have to defend around here anyway. But black will just back off here. And then it's, even though there's agi, I can't do anything that severe. As black, I'd be thinking about playing around here and just sacrificing these stones. But if this works, that's nice as well. If black honeys and connects, I have to respond, don't I? Yes. But I can respond while attacking the eye space of this group. I'm just wondering if I can kill this group. Again, I have bad agi around here. But I'm also threatening this move, which looks like a ko. And I think this group is not alive yet either. It will be alive if I had another move. Oh, I could just descend here, can't I? Is that not dead? It's not unconditionally dead. I have some ice space in the corner as well. It's quite nice. But again, if black Atari is here, this time I might actually have to connect up in the center. So I kind of over-move around here somewhere. I don't want to play that because it's too reinforces. There's this attachment, but I don't think it works at the moment because this group is not safe. Neither is this group. But I think black still has more potential for attacking me than the other way around over here because I'm committed to killing this group. I don't know how that happened. Suddenly, black's group just died. But what I thought was my potential has been wrecked. I still have cutting point here. For example, black can do something just as simple as jumping. It puts me under pressure. When I connect, black will make more around here. This sort of extension is still pretty big, or maybe I could attach. Okay. So much with the cut later. Locally, if I can't play the ko, I should just descend, maybe. Because if I have to connect back, then black also gets an extra Atari in the center. That's just too nice. But if I descend, that's not very efficient because black can just... That's not much better than letting black take anything around here. Unless I'm worried about what's going on in the corner. But I'm not that worried given that I have this Hane in center. So I would be thinking about still trying to expand this area. And connecting up this group somewhere around. There might be a way to cut this. Yeah, okay. If I connect, then I live, but then these stones die. Then I have no chance of... Can I just Tuniki? Not really, because my group's not alive. This is risky though. If this doesn't work, then my whole group has 0 eyes. Yeah, I don't know. Cut on the side I don't want, right? I've given up that card. This is quite painful.
You have a forward momentum later.
I have an eye here, I have another eye in the centre. Black has a shortage of liberties here with this stone. I mean, attaching might be more natural, but kind of trying to put pressure on this group. There's all sorts of attachment actually that Black was aiming at, but for the time being, if this group is not alive, it might be difficult to put that into effect. The problem is that if I can't let Black save these stones, otherwise there's another cutting point. There might be capture race with this Black group. I'm not trying just to live. I don't think this works for Black. Black needs to come out here, but I think I have enough liberties to something. At the least, I will be able to Atari my way back home. Which might be just the best move if I can't cut. Because I don't actually have enough liberties to cut. But if I jump first, then I will. But if I jump first, Black will connect like this. And if black just gets out now, I'll jump here, maybe? Doesn't work, though. Yeah, since I'm threatening to capture black, I can still jump here. I get squeezed, but I don't think black has enough liberties to do anything. Neither of these Ataris looks very good, because black still has some cutting points inside. If anything, if black's going to live, black needs to Atari here and here. This is asking to be killed. So I can jump. Thing is, black doesn't even have one iron right now. I can play twice here, almost in Sente. Yes, black can connect these, but I still have backup by here. It's not really Sente, but it's good enough. If black really wants to connect up all of these, then black has a shortage of liberties. Maybe just solidly go for this. Kill. Black shape is very flexible now. Can't really kill that. I might be able to remove some agi if I send. Or I could just take my Sente here as a time CG. Capturing is pretty big as well. This wedge and connect, I can wedge and connect in Sente. Oh, but there's a code. Maybe I shouldn't take that risk. This group is very alive. I'm just worried about black attaching here, black getting this, and black getting all the endgame. I'm still a bit worried about the attachment. Okay. With this Atari, can I cut? I think black's in trouble here. No, there's no agi. No agi. I'm slightly regretting this because there's still thinness here, and I could have attached, and then this stone would still be dead. I mean, this area still looks a bit strange. I was thinking about throwing and then cuts, but there's nothing there. If I play here first, let's say I push. Oh, there's just nothing here. I'm just messing around. I've just lost points here. I need to defend this agi, I think. It's very painful though. Even just capturing the stone is very big. I don't know. Let black choose. If black plays here, I still have playing here in Incente, which is quite comfortable. I think black should be attaching here at this point. Black might be able to capture these two stones. So I lost 2 points with this exchange. I don't want this to be a capture race, so we'll respond to that one. I mean, black only has 4 liberties, but by this stage of the endgame, it's already quite big. Black can clamp. Black is very solid. And then connect. Pull this out. Keep here. I was planning to play here. I think I probably still should. But I plays this in Sente. So otherwise I have to lose points in the corner. That's not small either. Oh well. I was wondering if black could honey and connect in Sente, but I don't think so because black pushing here is not Sente, now that I can capture these 2 stones. It's still maybe good shape to defend this, but otherwise, time to play. Yeah. Trying to defend against the peep. Actually, I still haven't defended against it. Probably what that wasn't worth any points, I think. It's worth it for me to defend the peep. Oh. You can still hunting connect. Hmm. Oh, I just lost a point in the end game. Black played the last big move. Okay. Even though this shape is terrible, there's nothing there. Or is there? Is there nothing here? Guess black can just Atari and push here, and then I have nothing. I think black did alright in the opening. The normal move is to play here, to develop, and get some of the corner in turn. This is the same idea, but it's making white a bit more solid. I was wondering about this. I was worried about honey underneath. This looks quite comfortable for black. I mean, the stone is still not dead, as long as black can live. If I honey, this looks over concentrated. And black is getting what they wanted, because this group is now essentially under attack. I was just not sure if I should extend something like this. Maybe it's better. Maybe black and white is a bit more solid like this. This is the normal move. This is still leaving a dangerous honey here. For example, if black is forced to go back here, the shape is pretty bad. But I was just worried that later I might have to connect and then there's still this authority. So, yeah, I was worried that all of this would be black's error. I didn't really expect black to invade here when there's a weak group. But I guess black was saying that this is not that weak. I thought black should be trying to expand this area, probably by attacking. In the game we played a Joseki that I've never played before, but I wasn't really sure what to do with it. Perhaps I should have invaded deeper. Or done something like a one space jump, and then invaded deeper. There's still potential for attaching. It is quite difficult to attack this black group. It's quite scary that black might be able to expand on a very large scale. So I think this is still understandable. At this point, blocking looks a little bit slack, given that I still have problems later with my shape. I really wanted to attach, but then seem to be some problems. Just pushing through here. It's not that clear. Maybe. No, I think this is white collapsing. And then there was also this idea. I'm not really sure if black gains anything like this. But black got the key point and my group was still weak. Black could consider being more aggressive. And like this, you can still push a cut. But this is still normal direction. I don't know if Hane is better. I still have these in Sensei, and then at least I can Atari, and then I have maybe better direction than in the game. Especially as I don't really want to push and cut when attack is already reduced on this side. This is playable. Maybe even just keep pressing. Because this group being thin was quite a problem. And it's quite interesting to just cut here. It's already very awkward. Maybe I can just about keep things together though. Okay, so maybe the cut doesn't work. I guess the honey is okay, but if it dies, then it's not really nice. And I did try to capture it in the game. My shape feels very dodgy, even though I'm shorting black's liberties. This is big, but I didn't actually have a threat here, did I? Because black can always go around in the corner. I mean, maybe I was actually threatening to capture these stones, but then the cut would be exposed. You really want to honey here. What's happening? Okay, I'm just Atari. I guess I would Atari on this side. And then black just connects me capture. Maybe black might be able to get next move here first. In the game, it seemed awkward for black to cut at either side. If black cuts here, I just capture. If black cuts here, for example, then I'm already alive. So black cutting here was a good move in the game. Because now I'm still not alive. Black can play this piece later. I can play this to make myself alive, but then I lose too much in the centre. I thought black should have been able to do something around here. I guess it doesn't work now, but I guess maybe that's why. Maybe the game doesn't actually make sense. I was kind of wondering if black should just throw in a move around here. But now I realise the corner's unconditionally dead, so that's a problem. If black can just get a code here or something. I guess this is just not alive. Yeah, so black has to try to do something around here first. Probably cutting here is great. That's too good for black. So this was an overplay essentially. I should have just killed this corner. I don't know, but this definitely looks interesting. Maybe not there, maybe jump. I might have to make shape like this. I mean, first I do something around here. But I guess it's really difficult to kill once I make this shape. If I can get this in center, I have an eye here. Is that potential for an eye? It's nearly an eye if I can get this. But maybe that just means white needs to play here. Black needs to play here. This didn't really work. I'm already alive. Black really needs to defend. To be honest, since black is already alive, black can, at this point, play something like this. Something like this. I can connect, but black cutting this off is also very nice, and it's a very efficient way to connect up these stones. Yeah, like this, maybe like you be able to play here. And basically, do I dare to connect these stones up? Then white can, black can peek there, and oh no, black can't peek there. Black has to capture first. But black peeping in center, so it's very risky for me not to play here immediately. But maybe it's still a playable game because I've still created some weaknesses in this shape. Like this. My attack round here didn't really do anything against this group. But I did do something against this group, so black should be putting an effort in to make life here. I mean, some of the basic variations like this, I guess that's similar to the game. You have to jump, and I can't push and cut. So I can jump. This looks like a pretty bad shape, but as long as I can kill this group, then it's okay. But black can play this nice shape point, but then I capture these two stones, which is pretty key. Because it means it makes the white group alive as well. There's some really strange agi here. Maybe white just has to retreat. Something like this. Black might have a better move with the push and cut, but black is also in short abilities. So probably you have to play here. And then I guess it's the same idea. But this will be what I'm aiming at. You might be able to live locally. There's some agi of this, but you don't want to give up these two stones. So what was the actual game? Is it here? No, that's saving the stone, but yeah, you can't afford to at this stage. I really regretted this move. I should have just honey and connect. You have to connect because of the push and cut. And then this is proper endgame. Because even though it looks like it defends against this, all that happened was I just made myself heavy. This. Now black can even connect up to this stone. My endgame has been terrible here. I think this connection and this honeying connect are Miai. They're both very, very big. They're both those second line moves, and they both leave extra agi in the corner or on the side. So honey and connect here, there's going to be a clamp, maybe. Maybe the clamp doesn't work, but at least you can honey, and that's you've reduced at least these 4 points, even more than just the 6 points of the honey and connect. Here I actually do need to move already because there's the double honey code. But if I did capture this stone, there would be more agi in the center because black has a shortage of abilities. I just didn't read this correctly. I was thinking black had to Atari somewhere, but nothing works. Well, maybe it works. But I'm using the fact that I can Atari here. And I'm also thinking maybe I can connect up to this stone, even though that's risking a lot, because I might lose the corner. I was looking at this agi. But I think I need this at least to make it work. For example, if there's this sort of exchange, then here and no, this is fine for black. Yeah, my move didn't work at all. The most I have is to wedge here. It does look like there's some agi with the wedge. This wedge. If I can get just one extra move around here, it will make a difference. But it doesn't actually quite work. And like this, well, the most I have is this. But as long as black plays correctly... Oh, I didn't see this. Of course I Atari first. But... No, I actually did have something here. Like this, then it's capture race. That's quite a success. I think connecting is better for liberties. Okay. There's no other move. This is threatening a snapback. Black needs to do something. Ah, I messed up. So what did I play? Did I honey? Okay. If we just look at this, these are Mio. And that's the monkey jump. This is probably the correct end game. Just locally, for example, there's maybe that's black is completely live here. Is black alive? Black is not actually alive. If that's funny. I can peek. So actually black can't fight too strongly here. But even just this is some profit. And there is a question of if black can play here. But then if this not being alive is too bad. But by the way, I honeyed and connected because if I descended, black can still block, and then there's still a honey and connect. So I played here to prevent black honey and connection in Sente, but it still didn't manage to defend it in the game. So I thought that black solid enough to play here. Like this, it already starts looking a little bit risky, but I think white is okay. But after the next one, this time white really is in trouble. If I honey, well, I can't save these stones anymore because otherwise I've messed up here. Now black is completely alive. And this is a very big move. I still have some issues in the corner. By this point, connecting is just the biggest move. Black should have played here in Sente. That wasn't worth any points. But I didn't manage to gain any points here either. I should have turned. Given what happened in the game, I messed up here. Yeah, if I don't do anything, black can just save like this, and it's very big because they're still push, and I still have to add another move. Okay. Yeah, this is too bad. It's better for me to play here, and then it'll be like this. Maybe it's the same actually. No, I think it's better because at least black doesn't get this point. Oh, but black takes Gote here. I haven't really counted whether it works or not. This was funny. Black could have honey and connected earlier, and then I would need to add another move, I think. But right now I can capture because black has already exchanged this. Okay, but so I was wondering if there was something here, but black can just play around here, and I have no liberties. I have cuts, but I think black just needs to respond. Cut, that's still a ladder. And if I play like this, then that just gets captured. Play like this. I mean, black has an eye here, so there are quite a few liberties. It's just that this shape looks so bad that you really want to punish it. But I needed at least one extra move here. Even if I had this exchange, I mean, now I'm threatening a ladder, and now I'm threatening to capture. So actually, I think this does work. But yeah, that just So black does have to play very accurately here. And what was the score at the end? Not counting this. Also not counting this. Okay. So black pretty much just kept the same original 40 points. Captured a few stones here. Didn't really grow much. Okay, thank you for watching.